hop is what we doing. It's the new movement.
Welcome to This House Is Not For Sale, your podcast of conversations around African hip-hop. I am Hephzie, your co-host, doing the job of the host.
Selorm J.
Yourself.
I'm Selorm J, your host. How have you been? Yeah.
I've been okay. Like, I've been in Ghana now for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird to be in person doing this together.
Yeah, this is the first time we are recording together
This is our
live.
fourth recording.
Is it?
I think so. So the first one introducing me,
Uh-huh.
the 2 interviews, and then this one's the 4th one.
Okay, so this is the 4th one. Okay.
But it's weird being in person
Why?
because most of our friendship has been through the phone and
that's
then
true.
through Zoom.
Yes.
Not Zoom,
Mhm.
the thing we record
Mhm.
on. And then now like physically in person.
But it's not
doing
the first time we're
podcasts.
working physically in person.
No.
Yeah.
We're friends. I think they know that we're friends.
Okay.
But how are you? How's your holidays?
It's been quiet.
Quiet?
Yeah, it's been quiet.
No, it hasn't.
It has been quiet.
You've been working.
Yeah, but I'm talking about chilling.
Oh.
Yeah.
You haven't really gone out.
Yeah.
Why not?
There's too many people in town.
But that's
Yeah,
Accra
I don't want to be
or-
part of it.
but this is your world.
No.
But you used to go to concerts a lot and you used to like see performances.
Yeah,
What's
but
changed?
it's like I know there's something about December. I just like to just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to.
We have ruined it for you, the people coming from abroad. Or,
I'm not able to
sorry,
follow the accent and I'm
that
not.
thing I don't like it. Like I went to do my Ghana card,
Uh-huh.
and as soon as I got there, the person thought I couldn't speak Tree. Sorry for the non-Tree listeners, but she was like, "Oh, in it in Krofonaba," and
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm still Ghanaian." Like just because I have an accent, she's just now judged me. In it in Krofonaba. I just feel like it's not good.
So you need to stop the in it.
It's just how I speak.
So when you speak, you say, "What's I say?"
And my treats you no good.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, on a small serious note, I don't really like crowd like that. I think most of the concerts that I go to, I'm really going to support invitation or something.
Yeah.
But the crowd is not really.
Yeah.
So the December crowd is more.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I just like to just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But before we go on to what we've been doing for December, let's talk about the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like you're interviewing me now.
I know it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Interview the co-host, interview the host.
Yeah.
I think so. You told me about obviously you were doing the podcast already.
With
you
Moshood.
and Moshood were doing the podcast.
Mhm.
And then I think you had a break for a bit of time because you were traveling or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a break.
You had a break.
Yeah.
And then you told me about the podcast. I was like, yeah, cool.
I think the break had to do with the coronavirus as well.
Yeah. Because you couldn't meet in person
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you told me about it. We recorded it in our first episode. I just checked. We recorded it in early October. Released it in late October.
I think we spoke in August.
Yes, about doing it.
Yeah. Having a comeback. And also trying to see how we can do remotely. Yeah. And I think we had a month of research.
Yes.
There was a lot of research.
How we wanted not only research on how to do the podcast remotely, because you live in France, I live in the UK, but also how we change up the format of the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit. Yeah. So a lot of research.
Yeah.
Into that.
Yeah, that was the whole of September.
Yes.
And then we finally recorded in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was the kickoff? I'll tell you what it was like for me, but how was the kickoff? Like when not the actual recording, but like when we did the practice one. Do you remember it?
I remember. I think that's when I finally got the confidence that we can do this. Yeah, because it went smoothly.
Yeah. I think we talk often, and always our conversations are about this.
Yeah.
So it made sense that we'll do the podcast,
Yes.
but it was like, you and I have never, like, there's cameras involved,
Yeah.
there's microphone, it's like super official, so it feels weird.
Yeah.
But like to actually, us just we just got into a rhythm, and then it was really cool.
Yeah. But I always have the stomach.
So Stella has this thing. Right before we were about to record the podcast, he'd be like, "Oh, my stomach is feeling somewhere."
Yeah,
and then I just go to the toilet.
Yeah, I just get nervous when we're about to record.
But why? Yeah,
because I just want to give the audience like a good show, a good conversation, and I'm just thinking of how to just give my best, that's it.
But yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Cool. And then, so what do you think of? That's for like an interview. What do you think of the podcast we filmed so far? Like, we've done Kojoku, we've done Mensa.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
I'm actually really proud of ourselves. Proud of us. Because it's one thing having a conversation with the artist, and it's another thing for the artist to give a feedback and say, this is one of my best interviews, and we just started. So
who said that?
I think Kojo tweeted, not to say to us directly, but they tweeted about it. So to go out of their way to tweet about it and say this is one of my best interviews, and Mensa also tweeted that even after watching it over again himself, he enjoyed it, and for me it means that we must be doing something right, or we've started on the right path. And I feel like even before the podcast, that's the aim. That was the aim.
We said that, when we interview people, we want them to think this was the most intelligent conversation they've had.
Yes, exactly.
Like, we've done our research.
Exactly.
We've spoken to them about things that they actually care about, not like those random silly questions they get on other shows.
Exactly.
So, I think we've
started
to accomplish that.
So for 2021, I think we've had a great podcast. We haven't recorded many. Obviously because of the time of the year in which we started. So
it was a tough year. It's hard to get people to commit. It's just hard.
And also thinking of how often we can record in conjunction to what we do. You work, so you need to find time. I remember Kojo's
should we talk about that? Let's talk about that.
Kojoku's interview. You had come back from work. It was very late, isn't it? Yes. And you were super tired.
I was so tired.
You really needed to go and sleep. But I think that was the only time we were going to get Kojo. And he was at a rehearsal. He was
rehearsing for his Power Moments
show. Yes.
And I think he was at the BB&Z headquarters or something.
Yeah.
And I think the tricky thing about doing something remotely is you're relying on other people's internet.
Exactly.
You're relying on their sound quality. And we're new at this, so maybe I don't think we told him exactly what he needed to have in place properly to be able to make the interview.
I don't think we gave a full understanding. We gave him a clear understanding to what was entailed to for us to record the podcast remotely. So he didn't understand, or he didn't get certain things right. But the conversation ended up being great.
Funnily enough, that's my favorite one. Like we recorded the podcast until 1 in the morning.
1 a.m. Yeah, we started recording. Was it like 8?
We started recording early. No, not early, but like maybe 8 or 9. And then his internet wasn't working, or he had to swap internet. And then he was heading, and then something happened. We couldn't get a hold of him.
So what happened was, the first part of the recording, he recorded right after his rehearsal.
Yes.
So he was in the studio wherever he was rehearsing, and then his internet cut. So he had to drive home.
Yes.
Reconnect.
Yes.
So we had to wait for him to get home.
Yes.
I don't know how long the studio was from his
the
house.
but
Yes.
it seemed far.
Yeah, so we had to wait. He connected.
Yeah.
And then continue conversation. Yeah.
But it was a really great conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I didn't really know much about him. I feel like I now know so much about him, his past, how he thinks as an artist, how he writes, how deeply he thinks about how the songs on the album connect to each other. The story he's trying to tell with the music. I said, for my brothers, you recommended it to me. I think it was like one of my most played albums of the year after we interviewed him. I think I rinsed out that album. You recommended Kojoku to me. I'd heard some of the stuff that he did with Lil Shaker and stuff, but I didn't really know him on his own. So it was really interesting going back, listening to his music. I think I listened to the album maybe like 100 times, like after we spoke to him. I really like the way he thinks. I really like the way he puts an album together. You can see it's very well thought out.
Yeah.
He's not just throwing music out there and making an album just to have songs on there. It's like very well thought out. So I was really impressed by the interview, and I'm hopefully looking forward to more conversations with him if he releases new music, and maybe he releases a new book, because he said he's working on a book. So it'll be good to go back and conversate with him some more. But you were saying Mensa was actually your favorite conversation.
Yes. Mensa was my favorite conversation. For me, I felt like for Kojoku, I know Kojoku, and I know I wasn't expecting less from that conversation, because I know I've heard Kojoku talk about certain things, and I know where his head is at, but I don't think I've ever had that level of conversation with Mensa before. So it was interesting so I felt like I was rediscovering.
So like the opposite of me.
I feel like I was rediscovering. I know Mensa, we've done stuff together, but I don't think that we've really had time to have that level of conversation. So that did it for me.
What was like the one thing he said, or maybe a few things he said that you were like, dope?
I think the conversation about fatherhood, his relationship with the dad, and then also how he treats his music, the aspect where he spoke about what the instruments, the beats, what it does for him instead of the rap music.
Or like listen to the instrumentals.
I feel that was interesting. So then you get to see that his mind operates in a different in a different way, in a weird way. It's wired in a weird way. So then when you see him coming up with projects and stuff, then you should know that it's not coming from a regular place. It's coming from so.
And some of the music he was talking about, like he had been working. Well, when he told me that he was working on a Mensa album, I think he told me in 2018. So he released it in 2021, right? Yeah. So to have been working on it for that long, but also working on the FOK and Boys stuff. And him, talking about the fact that he had to be like, I have to leave FOK and Boys stuff for a bit so I can work on my own things. It's really dope.
I mean, which was also interesting for me, and like we said on the podcast, the first song on the albums said it all. Like we said, sometimes we are dealing with stuff, so what people expect from us is not exactly where we are in life, so like even for what we do, you meet people and say you should do it this way, but not forgetting the kind of challenges
you have been doing it anyway.
that now it's literally self portraits we're doing here.
Yes, exactly.
You know, no
reflections.
No, I mean even for the filming, the setup.
Oh
it's
just us.
It's just us. You know, so people might think it's like some crazy,
crazy setup.
Yeah, but it's just
one camera.
Yeah, it's just us. Like doing like a self portrait. You know, so so it's not the way people see it. You know, we try to give our best no matter the circumstances, and you know, so so I really appreciate that conversation we had. Because it gave me clarity to a lot of things, and should I say accession?
You know,
well,
that's good.
Then
so we've done 2 interviews.
2 interviews, and then this is our second conversation.
This is our second conversation,
together.
Just us. I think we're going to do more of that. Like we'll do some interviews and then some reflections, just us.
Yes.
Too. Because I don't think we want it to be like an interview podcast.
Not really.
No. I mean, we'll interview people.
Most of the time we'll interview people. I think. The reason why I think is that I feel like there's so many projects that are out that we need to have conversations about. So it's looking like our interview list is getting longer. So
what's our wish list? Who are the people that we want to talk to for 2022? We'll put it out there. The universe may bring it back to us. You never know.
Yes. I think we need to talk to Manifest.
Yes, because he had the album out in 2021. Not this year. We're recording in 2022. So
But and also Ladipo. Ladipo is a Nigerian hip hop artist, and I feel like I'm interested to knowing where his head is at, because when I listen to him, I feel like this guy is operating on a certain level. And I wish to have a conversation with him. So wish list Ladipo.
That would be like our first Nigerian, because so far we've done Ghanaians.
So Ladipo,
cool.
I would like to talk to Ladipo.
Who else?
Actually, I would like to talk to MI.
Why?
I mean, MI for me is like, he's a legend when it comes to this rap thing. And I remember years, I don't want to confuse the year, but years back when he dropped Mr. Incredible. Like I think nobody was doing what he was doing at the time. I mean, the whole continent like just came different. He introduced us to a lot of people. He introduced us to Ice Prince, YJ. I really remember that album. And I've had the opportunity to meet him before. And I feel like, you know, there are people you meet and you know that we need to have
more of a conversation.
So I think I would like to make that happen. If we can make that
I'll
happen,
leave that to you.
if we can make that happen this year, that would be great.
I look forward to that. So on my wish list, you know, I have there's one person that I've been bothering so long about. Not even because, I mean, obviously because of his music, but also like he's really cute. So I'd like us to have Kwesi Arthur on the show. If you're watching, would like to interview you about your music.
I know people from his comp. But
let's get him on the show.
No, I'm going to allow you. I'm going to leave you to do that work.
Just me alone.
Just you alone.
I want to speak to Accra.
Since it's your golden boy, you have to do all the work.
Fine. I'll happily do it. I want to speak to Accra because I think. So I think I've heard, this is like the 3rd year, I guess, that I've been aware of his music, and I think he's doing some incredible things that are very original. And I want to speak to him about some of his projects. I want to speak to Walasi, mostly because his music is like nostalgic for me, for us. Because we played his music for like, we went on a road trip for a few days and we're only, I don't know if it was because we only had that album or we just really liked the album, so we just kept playing it, the Nusa album.
I think we had a couple of CDs, but we kept playing the Nusa album,
So I would like to speak to him. there's so many artists, that I want to speak to,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I'd also want our voices to be heard as well. I don't want us to just be like, oh, we're just interviewing artists. So maybe we'll keep the list to that, and then we'll keep increasing it. Black Sheriff too.
Yeah, it would be nice to talk to Black Sheriff.
I think he's had such an incredible year. I guess we can talk about the people that we've been really impressed by in this year, like who've released.
Black Sheriff, it doesn't necessarily have to be a project that he's on.
No.
I think he's had an incredible year.
Yes.
And just to know where he's at, you know, and where this thing is going. That'll be a great conversation.
Yeah. So I'd love to have him on there.
Yeah, Black Sheriff, man.
He's very good. Like I know that you said you haven't really been out at concerts in December, but every concert I've been to, he has been there. Like he's been invited as like one of the what's it called? Those people who come and perform
the opening acts. Yeah.
So he's come on as like an opening act, and he's like killed the stage. Like every single person in the audience, if they don't even know the lyrics of the song, they're like jumping up. And
if you don't know, you know Kojoku from Pong.
Like but
he's
he's like, but you're not even like, I knew the song obviously before I came, but like I'd never seen him perform. His energy is different when he's on the stage. Like he's really feeling it. He's really singing, like not singing, like he's rapping along to the lyrics. So I feel like some people come and they rely so much on the backing track, but he's actually like performing. So that was really refreshing to see. So I'm really looking forward to like what he's gonna do in 2022.
I haven't seen him perform yet.
He's amazing.
I haven't seen him perform yet.
He's amazing. He's super tall. He's so skinny, but he like jumps from one end of the stage to the other. He has so much energy. He's really dope.
I think it's a long list we have. Yeah.
What have we? We've written some people down.
Yeah. So let's try to see if we can wrap up 2021.
Yep.
I think that's what we've been doing so far anyway. Trying to look at how the year has been for us. As yoyo things and as a podcast as well. And in terms of the hip hop community, I think a lot has happened. That is rather unfortunate that we don't have the capacity to jump on every single thing. But
we won't be able to.
We'll not be able to
like,
actually.
I think we have to let people know. Even though we are a hip hop podcast and we want to talk about as much hip hop as we can, we can't talk about every single project. We're not like an official archive of even though that's what yoyo does. We can't talk about every single thing.
It's a lot. There's a lot happening. So 2021, there's so many albums that came out, and we have a few listed down. So one of the albums that so it's not according to any other. It's just
not
random.
Our favorites, just random. We've noticed.
Yeah. So we have Same Earth, Different Worlds by Omar Sterling.
Yeah.
I think I tried to listen to that project, but I stopped at some point, not because of the project, but the way I like to listen to the project, I like to have it to myself, quiet, digest it, because I need
not
to
like listen to one and just be like fire.
I need to catch everything that's happening. You know, so when I'm not in that space, I'm not able to listen to. So I think I shelved it. But when we're listing the albums, I realized that I need to go back to it. So I need to. I can't say much. Sarkodia also released No Pressure, which made a lot of waves. I think on Spotify, I think it was the leading album that Ghanaians were listening to.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
If I remember correctly.
He has that like star power, so we know he's gonna do numbers.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I listened to the project. It was okay for me. I think I still don't have, or we still don't have a Sarkodia project where I feel like it takes you through certain phases. Like, you know, like I don't think we have a well created Sarkodie album.
Wow, we're talking about it. We're going there.
Yeah. I don't think we have a well created.
Yeah.
You know, I think he has amazing joints. We can look at it that way.
Great singles.
Yeah, great singles. But putting like what it means to put an album together, you know, transitions from conversations or
like an intro, like taking us through a journey of what the album is about.
Yeah.
Like the album doesn't have like, this is the aim of this album.
Exactly.
This is a particular topic I'm going
Exactly.
for. I think maybe that's because of our personal taste. We like
maybe,
to be taken on a journey. Maybe. There has to be a purpose of an album.
Maybe.
It doesn't feel like he's in that space anymore. Maybe he's just like, these are bangers and I want to put them together.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like maybe that's what it is for him.
Yeah.
You know, but personally, I feel like I would like to have like a well created.
Yeah.
I would like to hear Sark on like a well created.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe his whole thing is like record bangers and then let's see the great bangers we can put together for an album.
Yeah.
You know, but for a well created album, I don't think he has that yet.
No,
I don't think he has that.
I would agree with you.
Yeah. And then we have Bonzi. Yeah. Bonzi, obviously.
We loved Bonzi.
We love Bonzi. We've already had
a
conversation
exhaustive conversation about Bonzi.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is it Bonzi? Bonzi. Yeah. Yeah, great album. If you have the chance, just check it out. Great conversation, and you can check our last episode. We digested the album, so no need to talk too much about the album. And then Road to Hastafari by Brian the Mensa. I think that was an amazing album.
He was actually on your list of people for next
year.
Yeah,
you know, because I'm always excited when we have young guys, the new generation coming out with a body of work like that. You know, you can say whatever you want to say about the album, but I think he's young and he just started, and this is the kind of body of work he's producing already. So it can only get better. You know, so Brian Mensa is somebody I'm really excited about, and I really love the album. But just that, I feel like I hear Nasty C.
There's influences. I
hear a lot of Nasty C. On the album, you know, which is not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Everybody has their influences. Everybody, there's nothing new. In this world. But if he's coming, I think it sounds like he's approaching it in a interesting, original way. So to him. And for me, he's young. You know, he's young. He has more time.
Yeah, he has more time.
Nobody's first project is like perfect.
But it's a dope album. Like, let's not get it wrong. It's a very dope album. I don't get tired listening to it. You know, so I mean, for a first project, young guy. You know, I think there are people who've been in the industry for so long and they can have people listening back to back
on their tracks.
You know, so I think his
I would agree.
I think he has how do you call it, a re-listening value.
Yes.
You know,
you don't get sick of it.
And then we have Nyamimba. How do you say it? God's children.
Nyamimma.
Nyamimma. Oh, where's my
really
can?
Ask me because I'm British.
Nyamimma. Yeah, but I can. It literally means God's children. I listened to that album and I still haven't been able to wrap my head around it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so even to Akan, I haven't said anything to him yet. Because I feel like the album is layered. And he's also challenging my tree. He's challenging my tree.
It's in the name.
Yeah, I can't. So it's one of those things where you shelve it go back to it.
Listen.
Yeah. You know, or try to listen to conversations people are having around it, then go back to it, you know. But already the album is very nostalgic. It sends me back to my childhood.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really layered. So I think it's the kind of album that could be studied in schools.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he has that kind of project that could be studied.
Okay. Now I'm really looking for
Yeah, he does have it. You know, it could be studied. It could be used in the universities. So that's why I feel like it's layered.
Yeah, we really need time.
Yeah, I don't need to
sit
rush it.
Yeah.
It's not an album I need to rush it, because if I do, I will miss the conversation that's being had there.
Yeah.
And then there's this young guy. Is he young? Hey, let me not say anything.
Yeah, don't speak on his age. You don't know his kind of age.
Yeah, because I haven't really met him in person.
Okay.
But I've been listening to his music.
Yeah.
Bole Minik. There was once.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know him. Yeah, but I've been following him. There was one music that.
What's the project first? Say the project.
The project is called THINFS I Will Never Say.
Okay.
But listen to the project. Obviously, he's Ga. So he had some Ga insults there.
Okay. What's his name? Pronounce his name?
Bole Minik.
Bole. Like, you know.
I think we need to get him on the podcast so that he pronounces the name right. Yeah, so Bole Minik.
Yeah.
THINFS I Will Never Say. So basically, there's a song where the hook goes like Onye. Yeah. But then the conversation is different. So he's saying things I'll never say. You know, so it's interesting. So like there's one that
is he rapping in Ga?
Not entirely.
Okay, fine. Because I don't.
No, entirely. I think it's a bridge between Ga and Pidgin English.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And it has some good features on there. So things I'll never say. So basically, insults he will not really say, but for this project,
just throw it out there.
Yeah, you know. So
nice.
Yeah, and we have Manifest.
Yes.
Madina to the universe.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, so many projects. Like I listen to.
I haven't had a chance to listen to. It's like it's on my listen to list.
Yeah. I tried listening to it, and again, I felt like there was too many distractions. I was like, no.
I need to go back.
And then I shelve it.
Okay. We need to go back and listen to a lot of...
So many albums I've shelved.
Yeah.
One thing I know is I'll definitely end up listening to. Yeah. Because I like to listen to them. For me, albums is like my time to read a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
To sit and chill. Like how people will like go to the bookshop or something.
Exactly,
That's
like so album listening is like time to read my book.
Yeah.
And then we have... Bar 6.
Yes.
Yeah, and Bar 6, I think Bar 6 did it for me.
It did it for you?
Yeah, I think so. Because after Bar 1...
Bar 1 was like, go. Yeah.
After Bar 1, I think all the bars that came after Bar 1 could not top the work that was put into Bar 1.
That's what stopped me from listening to Bar 6.
Okay, so
because I listened to Bar 1, loved Bar 1.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Bar 2, I listened to it and I was like...
Bar 2 felt like he just wanted his friends to be
on a track.
Yes.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It just didn't touch Bar 1.
Yeah, it didn't touch Bar 1.
Bar 3...
Yeah,
and I think that's where I was lost.
Yeah,
and then Bar 6 came out. I was like, I'm gonna check it out. And then, to be honest, I do still want to check it out because honestly, the feedback I've got about Bar 6 is that it's really good. He did like a Twitter moment. I don't know what they call them.
The Twitter space.
Yeah, Twitter space conversation, and it was a good conversation. It was good to hear the people who were featured on the album, but it didn't really tell me much about what what Bar 6 was.
So we should talk to him.
Yeah. Let's listen to it and then we'll talk. To him.
Yeah. So I feel like Bar 6 sent me closer to Bar 1.
Okay.
So that's why I feel like it did for me.
So it was like a nostalgic feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the album was well created, and I felt like EL just enjoyed
making this project.
Yeah.
Because there's been a bit of space between 5 and 6. So I think he's had time to really put it together.
I think he really enjoyed this project. So it brought something out of him.
Even on the Twitter Spaces conversation, the one thing I really liked about it is that he was fans of the people he brought onto the record.
So which is giving me a clear understanding of where he's going with the Bar project. So I feel like the Bar project, because I understood the Bar project, best African rapper. So he's trying to position himself as the best African rapper. Yeah. But I'm realizing that best African rapper is becoming a project where we get to see an exhibition of like dope
like Ghanaian artists. Ghanaian artists on a record.
Yeah,
that's good. Also undiscovered artists.
Exactly.
Some of the people were in that Twitter chat was like, I'd never heard of those people before. So it was like it was really interesting, and I do like what he's doing with his platform, giving younger people an opportunity to come up as well. I feel like also that's what like BBNZ.
So maybe that's why I didn't really dig the Bar 2. Because I felt like because
let's hear more.
Because I feel like he can fight for that position, best African rapper. I feel like he can fight for it.
Yeah, he did it in Bar 1.
Yeah, I think
I feel like it was a mic drop, like with Bar 1.
Right.
I am the best African rapper.
Yeah, you know.
And then it just, I don't know, but maybe 6 is it. Maybe 6
so for six and some of the conversations that has been had already, I feel like we need to understand that EL is creating this space where we get to see other dope young rappers. You don't have to be in the limelight, you know. Yeah, but also I feel like on this project he really enjoyed himself rather than trying to prove himself.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like, I'm already the best African rapper. Let me bring these other. That's dope.
So
that's dope.
I really love this project.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what
what we have on the list.
Yeah. I'm sure we might be missing something.
We'll miss something, but I think we'll have opportunities to talk about some more things.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to 2022.
Yes.
I think there's going to be some
We are in
dope
2022.
work. I'm looking forward to this year that we're in.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to speaking to some more people, maybe some people that we have on the list of the records that were released last year. And I'm really looking forward to us like having great conversations around this culture.
Yeah, we will do that.
Yeah,
we will do that. I think we've started on a good note.
Yeah.
And I know you've been enjoying yourself in Ghana.
I have.
And I know you don't want to go.
I don't want to go.
But you need to like fucking leave.
So that you can go out.
Yeah.
Me and my people should carry ourselves.
So I saw this joke on Facebook where apparently you guys from the UK are chisel.
We're chisels.
Okay. Yes, apparently.
Okay.
So this guy played an American character where goes to the restaurant. So when you guys come, you speak English and some small cheese. I mean, he did a whole
sketch,
but at the end of the day, the American gave a tip to the waiter.
Yeah.
And then the UK.
But okay, I'll explain. Except first of all, our pounds is heavy. Okay, so it takes us a long time to gather up the heavy pounds. Also, America, I think, has a better tip culture than the UK. We have a percentage by which we work by, which I think is like 15% of the full bill, or maybe 10% of the bill is the tip. But Americans, because they pay their waitresses so shit, they have to make up the money by the tips that they
right.
give them. So Americans have a very good tip culture, but because the waitresses get paid hopefully quite well, from our understanding, better than the American waiters and waitresses, we only give them that 10% or the 15% of the bill
right.
at the end of it. So me, everywhere I've been going, especially because it's Christmas, after party, give somebody something. So for me, I don't think I'm chisel, but I understand from a Ghanaian what it will look like, and also like British people like to split the bill, or there's some people who are really chisel and they'll be counting what they ate, what they drank. Like, this is what I pay. I didn't have a starter. I only had a dinner and then the dessert, the main and dessert. So I understand from that point of view, but Americans just have a better tipping culture.
But I also understand it from a different perspective. I feel like, let's be honest with ourselves, sometimes as Ghanaians, when our siblings or brothers or friends or we come from abroad, then we decide to hoard our money. Yes. And assume that
they will pay for everything.
Yeah, they have the money power to take off everything. So I think that can also inform hey, my friend.
And also, we came with an agenda. Like, we've come to have fun with our friends. But I think also people assume that because you're coming from London, you have all this money because, the pound is, I don't know, 7 or 8 to 1.
9.
It's 9 now?
I think so.
Charlie.
9. Yeah.
So I think people assume that you have so much of it, but it's only so much. Everywhere you go, the other buy and farmer man, like this, if whatever you brought, give it to me. So everywhere you go, people are taking money from you. It gets to a point where you're like, Charlie, I don't have. Like, I can't just go and be doing people's show. I didn't come to come and do people's show. So it could be that too. And money, Charlie, Accra, money goes so quickly. Especially if you want to have the level of comfort or some type of level of comfort that you have in the UK. Money goes very quickly, so Charlie.
Yeah, I get it.
It is. We can talk about this forever, but we need to wrap the show.
So we've spoken about our plans for 2022. We've done our little wrap up, our little yoyo wrap up, and we're looking forward to a good year. Yeah. And I think Christmas has been good. Yeah.
Christmas has been dope.
Yeah.
Better than good.
I had some fufu at your joint.
You had some fufu at my house.
Yeah, that was good.
My mom made some fufu and some goat soup.
Yeah. And I had fufu today from Two City called me and told their mom to organize some fufu. That was good.
It was good.
So 2021, I think
you started on the fufu level.
Yeah, but I've had some great friends.
Okay.
I've had some great friends.
Good.
Yeah.
Nobody has invited me to their house.
Oh, sorry. I would have invited you.
Can you go fufu?
Oh, if he came, I would have found a way. I would have found a way to pound the fufu for you.
I now have an image in my mind of you pounding fufu, and it's hilarious.
I do pound fufu though.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie, let's wrap.
Okay, so wrap it up.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Stick with us. Please subscribe.
We need subscribers.
Please share the link.
If you're enjoying the conversation, subscribe. Yes. Share to your people.
Yes.
Let people enjoy. Yeah. Comment, please.
Let people hear about us.
For those who have been commenting, that's it.
Thank you.
But if you don't comment, please comment. Let us know we are doing a good job.
Share.
Yeah, please.
We
subscribe.
need your feedback.
Yeah, and thanks really appreciate you guys for staying with us, going out of your way to listen to us. You don't have to, but you do listen to us. You give us feedbacks. We appreciate you. Thanks for holding us down. 2021, 2022. We need more of them.
More viewers, more subscribers.
Yeah. Okay. Peace.
Hip hop is what we do, man. It's the new movement.